What's up, everybody? Levi again here from LeviLassick.com. Thank you for tuning in. And this episode is 3 of 5 for the 5 different doctors that helped me recover from ulcerative colitis. And this is Dr. Misak, Dr. Daryl Misak out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So after leaving Chicago, I told you the story about Dr. Mike Andriano and Dr. Michelle Roy in Chicago, and then I got an offer to go to Pittsburgh whenever I started my own business after leaving the pharmaceutical company. And I was still in recovery mode, even though Dr. Andriano and Dr. Roy had really helped me get back almost to 80-90%. My body was completely broken down over that last year from just losing the 50 pounds, all of my organs malfunctioning, basically shutting down periodically, in and out of the hospital. So when we went to Pittsburgh, of course, started looking for a local doctor there to help continue the healing process. And this is where I met Dr. Daryl Misak. And what's really cool about Dr. Misak is he was at first a pharmacist and then switched over to a naturopathic doctor, so an actual ND. And he learned a unique method from a doctor that passed away some time ago, but what's really cool about it is every time you go in to visit Dr. Misak is he would take a saliva sample and a urine sample. First thing he does before he does anything else. And he would analyze that and it would spit out numbers, and he would do a math equation, and that would tell him what's exactly wrong with you. Sounds crazy, right? I know, that's what I thought as well. So what he's looking for in your saliva is pre-digestive enzymes, and what he's looking for in your urine is post-digestive enzymes. So to kind of see how what you have to help break down your food and digest before you eat it or while you're eating it, and then actually how does it digest, and whenever you excrete, what is that going to tell him. So the readouts and the numbers that he got from both of those he would do a math equation, and the answer would tell him vitamins, minerals, and other things that you're actually deficient in. It was absolutely amazing. And then he would give you supplementation based on what you needed at that time, or even possibly doing some other type of work with you there. And it was there, so of course he always found something going on in my body and would prescribe the certain supplements to give me at that time. So therefore you always leave with the good supplements. But the unique part of it to me as well was he is the one that turned me on to the blood type diet. And this was something that I fought at first because I grew up in Texas, grew up on barbecue and smoking meat and things like that. Always loved a good steak, medium rare, unless it was smoked. Then we loved a good smoked meat, brisket, pork, everything of that nature. So when I was healing, I was consuming a lot of beef, almost at least 2 hamburgers a day. I just wanted cooked ground beef, and probably because of the fats and everything else in it, I was just craving that. And I just there was an awesome restaurant actually in Pittsburgh called Burgatory, and they had the most awesome burgers and fries, and I was literally I could eat one for lunch and dinner every day. I also had this other weird craving of coconut oil with salt. I know that sounds a little gross, but I'd actually put it in the fridge to harden it up a little bit. But I think I also needed all of the minerals from the salt and all of the fats in the coconut oil. My body must have been craving that. And it was just, the reason I wanted to eat that is because we actually would make our own toothpaste out of coconut oil, salt, peppermint oil, diatomaceous clay, and maybe a little bit of baking soda. You mix that up, it makes a really great natural toothpaste for you. And I would be brushing my teeth and I would just want to eat the toothpaste. Of course I wouldn't, but you could. I mean, everything's edible on there, and I can't lie, sometimes I actually did. And so then I thought, well, instead of just eating the toothpaste, let me just mix up some salt and coconut oil and see if that does it. So I put it in the fridge and let it harden up a little bit, almost kind of like a cookie almost. And I would break it up and just chew it, and I could eat a lot of that every day. So coconut oil, salt, hamburgers, I was just craving that because had been deprived for so long. But then I started to break out again. So here I was, 34 years old, and I started to have really bad acne again. And that's the unique thing whenever I was sick. And I've always struggled a little bit with acne since I was probably 16, but that's what was really unique, was whenever I was sick and I had lost 50 pounds and I knew my colon was completely cleaned out because there was no food in there whatsoever, I had some of the clearest skin possible. So I started to put things, two and two together after I was eating the beef all the time and everything, and I just really started to break out again. And Dr. Misak kept telling me about blood type diet, and tested and found out my blood type. I'm an A, which of course the A blood type is geared towards a vegetarian lifestyle. So the blood type diet, of course, has 4 blood types: A, B, AB, and B, O, and it categorizes your foods into 3 categories: beneficial, neutral, and harmful. So that's what I thought was really unique about blood type diet, is it even categorizes fruits and vegetables, certain fruits and vegetables based on your blood type, as not healthy for you. And of course, almost every other diet out there, most of your fruits and vegetables are just universally good for you. So of course I was A blood type, which is a vegetarian geared diet. No beef, no pork is even good for me at all whatsoever. It's all on my harmful list. Only chicken and turkey were actually neutral meats. And then anything that was beneficial was going to be a fish, mainly a white meat, light, flaky fish, as far as the beneficial protein. So that was a shock, and that was hard to swallow because I love my beef and I love pork. But what's really unique about pork is universally bad amongst all blood types. So that's something else. So he said, you know what, that could be the big problem with what you're breaking out, and also it's going to hinder your healing process if you continue to consume beef like that. So even though for about that year in recovery, I still ate beef, it wasn't until we left Pittsburgh and moved back to New Orleans that I decided to try out the blood type. And as soon as I did that and I cut out the beef, and of course I had withdrawals for about 30 days because I really love my beef, then that's whenever my face immediately cleared up. Acne went away, gas, bloating, things like that went away completely. And so I just stuck to chicken or turkey and the other vegetables and fruits that were approved on my list. And again, another thing unique about it is I never really was a fan of bell peppers or tomatoes, and both of those are on my bad list as an A. So even as a vegetarian, certain fruits and vegetables are not good for you. So that was really unique. And then that's whenever I really started to notice a change. It's the first diet, and I've always been into exercise and health, and I've tried several different diets, but nothing ever really worked out that well. And I never really noticed big differences. But this one, I noticed the big changes within 30 days. And I didn't need to lose a lot of weight, but then I had gained a lot of baby fat, I felt like, back from whenever I was healing. Of course, eating all those fats, the coconut oil and the beef and everything like that, I gained back my weight, but then I also felt like I had a lot of baby fat back on me. And that shred off within 30 days, quickly. And it was amazing. And my digestion really started to change after that, and started feeling a lot better. And my energy levels went up, my sleep was better, my skin cleared up completely. As you can see now, still pretty good. I mean, I don't break out at all anymore because now I stick to the blood type diet religiously. I have for the last 4 years. And even last October, today is July 11th, 2018. Last October, I pretty much did cut out chicken and turkey even. So the only animal proteins now that I really even eat are fish. And I only eat fish about every 3 days. So I'm mostly vegetarian, and I still have good size, and I still weigh 190 pounds, and I'm in shape, feel great, and I look pretty good for 38 years old, don't you think? I think so. But you know, it's just an amazing thing. So if you go to Pittsburgh, I'm highly recommending, and if you don't live in Pittsburgh, it's a great city. I love Pittsburgh. A lot of history, a lot of culture, great food scene, and it's absolutely amazing. So go to Pittsburgh just for fun, but then also schedule a visit with Dr. Misak and get tested and let him help you. And it's a great way to come back through the natural path, through vitamins and supplements and changing your eating habits. In the meantime, check out the blood type diet if you're having, you know, digestion issues and things of that nature. You know, you could be eating simple fruits and vegetables or certain meats. One of the biggest things too on the diet is B's and AB's. A meat that is bad for them is chicken. So of course chicken's usually looked at as the universal good clean protein, but if you're a B or an AB, it's actually bad for you. So anyways, check the show notes. I'll give you the information to schedule an appointment with Dr. Misak. Again, I get nothing from this. I'm just sharing this with you because if you felt as bad as I did or close to it, or you feel like you're leading up to that, you know, I want you to get the best care possible. And these doctors are amazing. So I'll put that in the show notes. If you found this was helpful, please subscribe. Please share the video as well with others. If you comment, I will answer. And I appreciate you viewing again. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Have a great day. And stay healthy, my friends.